I hope you're well. I am back again with Nelly and Clem. I am using the Self-Care Sunday kit. I will leave a link for that down below for you. And before I show you decorating with all of those fun goodies, I wanted to share the tutorial for this little book that I'm working in. This little book is just something I came up with while I was playing with my supplies. I wanted a place to document all of the little self-care things that I do, tips and tricks and all the things that I love to do. So I wanted a little book that was really simple to make. I didn't really want to mess about too much with measurements and bindings and all that sort of stuff. So I came up with this, and this is basically, I have got 4 strips of paper here, which I have cut to a width of 4 inches each. And then I'm going to cut them different lengths. So the first one is 8 inches, second one is 9, then 10, then 11. So I'm just adding on an inch to the length of each one. And that way it creates a little book that comes out further each page. I'm sure I'll show you better than I can tell you. So I'm just cutting these to the right length now. So whatever width you want, or length, sorry, you want your first page to be, you need to double it. So I wanted my first one to be 4x4. So obviously the strip is 4x8. And then when I'm done cutting all of these, I will fold each of them in half. I am using some pastel card that was on my desk. I think it's a Hobbycraft one. I wanted to cover these with the Nelly and Clem papers rather than use the papers straight away. That way it's easier to have them double-sided. Though you could definitely run them through your printer front and back and you would get your own custom double-sided papers, which would be cool. There we go, I finished cutting all of those. Oh, my thread is rolling away from me. There you go, so now I'm just going to fold these in half, starting with the pink one. For some reason, my camera was having trouble focusing while I was filming this, so I apologise for that. Then folding the blue one, trying to keep them in order. There we go. And as you can see, this is what I was talking about. The blue one is slightly longer than the pink, and the same will be true for the purple and the yellow piece as well. I think this just looks really cute in an album. I've seen loads of people make them like this and have them ring bound, or how else have I seen them? Suze does a little binding that you could definitely use for this, like a concertina binding type thing. But I wanted something super simple. So basically, I'm going to take this pink page and stick it to the first blue one. So the second pink page, I'll stick to the first blue one, and that's it. It's attached. This one I'm deciding to do as a pocket. But before I do that, I actually grab one of my edge punches. So this is a Martha Stewart one. And I just go along the edge of that just to add something pretty. You don't need to do that. I think I do this to 2 of the pages maybe. And then there's some other ways you could edge them. So I use scissors for one, and I just sort of cut a wavy line. You'll see that later on. One of the pages I decide not to make into a pocket, and I just have it stuck flat onto the next one. There's loads of ways that you can play with this and make it your own. Now I'm grabbing my double-sided tape, and I'll show you how I adhere this. So tape onto 3 sides, and then literally just stick it to the blue piece. And that's it. Your album is becoming complete. And you could definitely add as many or as little pages to this as you wanted. If you want them to be slightly less staggered, you could add ½ inch each time rather than 1 inch. I do actually go back on this one and mess with the edges a bit, which I will show you shortly. But first, let's stick this together so you can see there one side of the pink and one side of the blue. I just stick those together and that makes a cute little pocket. What I notice here is that obviously that first pink piece covers the second one completely. So I do grab out my scoreboard and actually trim that slightly. I'm just showing you there how I would add on the next one. But I get distracted in true me style, and I decide that I want to cut this pink one slightly shorter so that you can see each page. Instead of seeing the two, you can see every single one in the staggered pattern. So there you go. Now that pink one's slightly shorter and you can see the edge from the next one. And I do the same for this blue one as well. Make the first one slightly shorter. This is personal preference, you don't have to do this, but I just thought it looked cute. I wanted to show off that scalloped edge. There you go, so now you can see all 4 of the staggered pages. I adhere the blue one onto the purple one just completely flat, so I don't make that into a pocket or anything, I just add that down as it is. And that way it will just act as one page when it turns. I'm using double-sided tape to hold these together. I'm not really worried about how long this lasts for as an album. I'm not putting particularly special things in it. So I'm happy to just use whatever tape is on my desk to hold this one together. I really do love mini albums at the moment. Let me know in the comments what you've made a mini album for lately. Or if you make mini albums, do you tend to stick to the bigger, like, what are the words? The Project Life albums? Those ones are really popular. I used to make those. Now I'm more into this sort of thing. There we go, so that one is just stuck flat back to back. And then for this one, I edge it by using my scissors and just cutting the wavy line that I was talking about earlier. I want to show some options if you don't have the border punches and things. You can still make it look super cute. There you go, wavy line. And then finally, this yellow one I add as another pocket. So I have the purple page stuck down to it. And I just leave that purple edge flat. I don't mess with that one at all. I will be splitting this into 2 videos, so I will have this one with a little tutorial and then the one decorating this with all the beautiful 𝓛𝓼𝓬𝓭𝓲 bits. So make sure to check out the description for the link to that one. And I hope you have found this easy enough to follow. There we go, sticking that on there. That's just a straight edged pocket. I do edge the yellow one, I believe. Yes, it fits quite nicely into this punch, so I decided to go ahead and do that. But you would definitely be able to add pretty trims along here. That would look super cute. You could leave them as just like double pages, so as they are before I started cutting them all shorter and things. And that is your little album complete. I hope you have enjoyed this little tutorial and that you will try and make one of these soon. I'd love to see your creations. Make sure to tag me if you try it out. And I will be back with you very soon to show you how I've decorated this with the Self-Care Sunday kit. Hope you're all having a fantastic day and I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.